Hello, my lovelies. It's such an amazing day today, and I'm really excited. I know I say I'm really excited all the time, but some days are really special, guys. I have amazing guests at the studio today, but I wouldn't give you guys, I wouldn't give that out yet, guys. Of course, it's still your favorite girl, Love Umba, and I'm here at Ian's studio for Ian's Daily Show. Who's ready for today? It's going to be absolutely exciting, guys. And guess what? We really want to be able to involve you guys out there, our viewers, people who love us. So you would have an opportunity to come live and speak to us here. You would speak to not just myself, but Ian's experts as well. Guys, I'm super excited for the day. So all you need to do is just make a comment. Make a comment. We'll just select randomly and we'll pick the we'll pick our favorite comment. I wouldn't exactly call it the best comment so people don't start typing so much, but it's more or less like put your questions out there, put your comments, and you would have an opportunity. One person, one lucky person will have an opportunity to come on our live and communicate with us directly, not just myself, but with our experts. How exciting is that? Perfect. So today I've got two special people, guys. The good thing about it is they take out time from their busy schedules. Every day at Ian's, we're busy doing one thing or the other. These VIPs made it down here to our studio, and it is so exciting to have them. Of course, we've got our very own immigration head, Sukhvinder. And he's not alone. He's here with the beautiful, beautiful Tanya herself, the recruitment specialist. Hello. It's so exciting to be here with you guys. Sukhvinder, how are you?
I'm good, love. Thank you. It's always privileged to be here in this show.
It's so exciting to because I know how busy you get. You know, you always make out time to come here. So we love you and we thank you for coming on our daily show.
We are having a lot of applications these days.
I know, busy, busy, right? Tanya, how are you? You're the
Hello.
one that conducts this interview. So
Thank
what's
you for
happening?
having me.
Thank you so
Very,
much
very
for
busy
coming.
always at Ian's. Like,
I
me and
know.
some windows running around all day.
Sarah just passing the files to me after recruitment.
I know, right? But I mean, what do
She's
you
recruiting
expect?
lot.
she recruits so many. I mean, today
So
we're talking
many.
about 70 candidates. Guys,
So many.
70. Where has this ever happened? 70 candidates we gave today for sponsorship interviews. Absolutely amazing.
I know.
How do we do this magic? Let me start from you,
Well-
Tanya.
Well, I can't say it's a secret because this is what we do at Ian's almost every day. We help care providers out there, find a perfect candidate. And we also help candidates to find their opportunity to come into the UK as well.
So I want to know now, I'm a layman. What really qualifies me to come into the UK?
Well, I would like to pass that question to Sukhvinder. as our
Okay,
head of
so Binda, I mean,
immigration.
over to you now.
Yeah, this is although Tanya is aware about all the processes, but this is in my domain,
Yeah.
so I can answer this question. The thing is, if you are looking to migrate to UK from any country, right?
Yeah.
So we have skilled worker route open now. Formerly, it was tier two, but in December, because of this Brexit,
Yeah.
the rules were changed and the new rules are in place now. In fact, these are skilled worker rules. This is a new point-based system, and these rules removed the resident labor market test, and now it is easy for the employers in the UK to recruit workers from overseas. They can hire workers from any country outside the UK, and the only requirement for the employers is that they need to get sponsor license to hire overseas workers. So, if someone is looking to migrate to the UK, they need to make sure that they're getting job with the uh, employer who is having license to sponsor the overseas workers.
Exactly. Sorry, Sophinda. Sorry to cut you short. But what is a sponsor license? Because our viewers want to know.
Yes, see, we have thousands of employers in the UK, and the problem is that all the employers cannot sponsor, cannot give jobs to overseas workers. They cannot call them here. Only those employers who are approved by the UK government, by the Home Office, who have license to employ overseas workers can only sponsor the overseas migrants. So the first step is for the employers. I know there is a lot of shortage in some occupations like health and care. So there is an acute shortage, right? So they need more workers to fill the gap. And first thing they need to do is to apply for the sponsor license,
Yeah.
and then only they can employ the overseas workers. So it's easy if you get the license. It's easy to recruit the workers from overseas.
Yeah.
And Tanya is doing all this stuff.
I
She's
was gonna
recruiting.
say,
Yeah, yeah.
Tanya,
It's me.
how do
So
you do all this? Like, because like I know candidates are like so many every day. They're like different people. So, how is it that you actually make up your mind to say, okay, you know what, this is the best candidate for this job? How do you do that?
So at Ian's, first of all, we have a team of recruitment consultants. So it's not only me. Not all of this happens by myself only. I have
Yeah.
my team who's really supportive, and they're all experts in this. So what we do is we also have our training team, which of course we make sure that all the candidates that come to us, we do compliance check, we do due diligence, we make sure that they comply and they are eligible and employable to the employer. So this is how we can identify, okay, this candidate, they've got all the documents, they are ready, they have their care certificate. So this is how we screen our candidates essentially.
So you're saying we actually put them through. So it's like we don't leave them high and dry.
No, no,
Follow them through the entire process.
that's right.
Until they get to their employer.
Yes.
Where does this happen aside Ian's? Because if I'm being honest, I've never heard of this.
No, I think this is only at Ian's.
So
Yeah.
we are ready. We have the time in the world to actually bring people together, train them, give them certificates and everything, just to put them through and help them achieve their UK journey. Is that what you're
That's
saying?
right. But I also have to say thank you to the candidates for their patience and hard working as well. This does not come only from our side. The candidates also need to work hard.
That's true. So that's what you were talking about, the compliance. Can you tell
That's
us
right.
more about that as well?
So compliance documents are, for example, in terms of being qualified for the role itself, they need to have certain amount of experience. Some employer might say they want someone with this background, this amount of time in care setting or whatever other industry.
Yeah.
So those are what they need. But in terms of immigration, they have another set of compliance that they need to complete, which Sukhvinder will be able to advise further
Yeah.
on this one.
Okay, so Victor, over to you now. What is the compliance from the immigration side of things?
Yeah, see, sometime like the recruitment team, Tanya, the employers approaches Tanya and they say they need some workers, right? And they want to employ overseas workers. Then Tanya can say, okay, you need to contact the solicitor. We have our immigration firm here. You need to contact them. They will apply your license. Then we apply the license. Then Tanya recruit the workers from abroad.
Yeah.
Then we check all the documents like we need police clearance certificates, we need TB certificates, we need education qualifications, we need like English language certificate.
Yeah.
So we make sure before filing the application that all the documents are ready with the applicant. So that they may get the visa. They should have necessary skills, experience, qualification to meet the requirements of the rules.
Oh, yeah.
So this is what we do before filing the applications, and this is what Tanya is doing before recruiting the workers. So we are recruiting. She's in fact recruiting the
Yeah.
talented people from
Talented
abroad. Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So our viewers, are you talented? If you are talented, this is
Sure
And-
the
they are.
opportunity for
Now-
you. Yeah.
If someone is not having much talent, then we
We can
also
help them.
have training team for them.
Oh
Right?
my
Right.
God.
So you have training team.
3 in
You
1.
can get training if you are not trained enough in a particular occupation, right? So if you're having some sort of like a lack of experience or lack of qualification, then the training team can guide you as to how you can complete that gap, and then the recruitment team can introduce that applicant to the employers in the UK,
Yeah.
right? And if that applicant is selected, then of course we'll file the application here.
Definitely. So I want to talking about training team because I know Chris Pell had a very rough story, but you picked that call, Tanya. So what was that experience? Like, tell us about Chris Pell.
So Chris Pearl, her degree was in nursing, and she's a registered nurse in her home country, which is she's from the Philippines. But when the time that we started working with her, she was already in the UAE. but she was working in something else that is not in healthcare.
Okay.
So she kind of have work gap, let's put it that way. And she has her plan to come back and pursue her career in healthcare. And that became one of the main concern that, oh, maybe employers are a bit wary of her having a gap in her CV.
Yes. Yeah.
So that was one thing that we said to her, okay, don't worry about this. It's not a big deal at all. What we can do is that you get back to training, get your hands back on the field in healthcare,
Yeah.
and, we were able to help her find an employer in the UK
Oh my God.
eventually.
So it's more or less like when, every hope is lost, we just, help out.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing that is impossible.
Oh my God. That is so amazing. Guys, this is getting really interesting. I hope you're sending in your comments because we're definitely calling you soon. But you know what? Since Tanya has just talked about Chris Pearl, let's just take a commercial and see Chris Pearl's story, and we'll be right back.
My name is Chris Pearl. I'm from the Philippines. I'm living with my family together with my 5-year-old son. His name is Liam. Initially, I thought it will be easier for me to go to the UK given that I am a registered nurse in the Philippines. But I haven't thought about the impact of my experience gap since I've been working in the UAE for the last 9 years, but it's not healthcare or nursing related stuff. So I tried applying to an agency, but the experience is actually the problem. They cannot offer a job because of my working gap. So that was the challenge that I'm really facing until I found Ian. I've heard Ian while I was browsing on Facebook. When I saw the ad, I have to pay like around £69. So I was like, I have nothing to lose. This could be the door to open for me going to the UK. After the webinar itself, I went to my husband and says like, I think we will be going to the UK very, very soon. It's a very clear process, a very structured, so there's nothing for me to worry because Ian's got this holistic business model of providing training, solicitor advice, and they also have like skilled worker specialists. It's all services under one roof. Imagine I started working with Ian in January and in 4 months' time, I got my visa. And not just that, I also got my family's visa, including my boy. I was like, no one wants to believe that we actually have the visa. Like, I don't care, I have the visa for my family. So it was incredible. I couldn't find the word exactly how to express how happy we are. Can you check for me? Maybe it's just a dream. And my husband was like, no, we really have the stamp in here. So it's really amazing. Like, I couldn't still believe it even when I was already here because the other agency would normally advise us like, you can go first and then once you're settled, that's the time you can bring your family. But with Ian's, there was no second words, you can bring your family, yes you can. After a week time, they even came to Belfast to see how are we, our accommodation, and even get in touch with our employer. One of the experience that I'm getting when I got here in the UK is also the support that I have been getting from my sponsor. They have helped us find our accommodation, finding the right car for me, and even the right insurance, making sure that I'm all well. And I'm really happy that Ian found me one, which has guided me and given me everything that I need. So for those who are aspiring to move to the UK, don't lose hope, don't ever lose hope. Trust the process, pray, and make sure to enroll to Ian. They have all the necessary services that you need. It's really such a wonderful experience. And I'm really thankful. I can't be here without Ian, so thank you so much.
Welcome back, my lovies. That was such an interesting story with Chris Pearl. And I actually liked the fact that the bird got born. I know which of you saw that part. That was so interesting. It made it really amazing. So I'm sure you've been sending in your comments. We'll get to you. We'll make that call shortly. But there's a question I have, for our very special guest here, Sukhvinder. this is actually a story that could have been anyone, because there's sometimes we get very complex situations, where it looks like all hope has been lost. And this is what he's about to tell you guys, because I remember there was someone we were talking about, Pradanya. I hope I got her name right, all the way from India. She was here on a student visa. She had lost all hope. When it's like that, where your visa has 5 days left, guys, 5 days, and it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Am I going to go back home? What is the next step? I know most of you would say she had post study. Guess what? She wasn't even qualified for post study either. So you can imagine the situation she was in. But of course, we came to her rescue. So how were you able to handle that situation, Sophinder?
Yes, love. Actually, I just said she had lost hope, but eons are the hope for everyone. We are helping such students here in the UK whose visas are about to expire. You know what happened with Pradanya? She's a student from India and she was studying in Scotland. What happened? She had submitted a dissertation, but unfortunately, the result couldn't come, and her visa was expiring on 10th of January this month only. So, but she was working in Edinburgh, and the employer was having the license. But there were two challenges before us.
Yeah.
We were contacted on 5th of Jan, I think. The employer contacted us. The employee contacted us. The first thing is that we have the license, but we do not have uh, undefined course allocation. We do not have sponsorship quota. We do not have work permit to allocate to this employee, right? And then the problem was that her visa was expiring on 10th of January. She was worried about her status, that she will get an, like she will be an overstay very
Yeah.
soon,
Yeah.
or she will have to go back to India. But she had spent a lot in the UK, you know. So she contacted us and she said, I need your help, please do something. I said, okay, you are here at Ian's
Yeah.
and we will help you. But within a span of 5 days, in fact, 3 working days, because we had
The
Saturday and Sunday in
weekend.
between, right?
Wow.
So in 3 working days, it was quite difficult for us to get first the course allocations, then to submit the visa application.
Yeah.
So immediately, I had discussion with that employer that we can get the course allocation for you, but he told us that he requested the course already, but that application is pending since last 1 month, right?
Yeah.
And there is no decision on that application. So we suggested him and we advised him, and I think on 6th I had submitted the request,
Yeah.
and the next day we got the course allocation,
Oh my
right?
God.
So on 7th I got the course allocation, and then I contacted Pradanya. I called her. Pradanya, you were expecting something from me. She
Yeah.
said, yes, Sukhvinder, I'm expecting something from you.
Yeah.
Otherwise I would have bought my ticket, but I know you can help me. Eels can help me,
Oh,
right?
Oh
that's
my
sweet.
And I
God.
told her, your employer got the course for you. She was very, very happy, Then the employer, I asked the employer, now please assign the course so that we can submit the application. The employer was very kind enough to assign the course, and then he paid for everything
Yeah.
in the visa application course. He was very, uh, I mean, good employer, you can say.
Yeah.
So then we got the course,
Yeah.
and then we submitted Pradhanya's application the last day on 10th.
Oh my God. The
Yeah,
last day.
yeah. So then there was another challenge.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
employer said, okay, the application is submitted, but I need Pradhanya to work full time with me, because she was on a student visa working part time, right?
Yeah.
So can she start working full time? Then
Yeah.
we advised the employer, yes, during this pandemic, there are relaxations in the rules.
Yeah.
The once the application is submitted, the employee can work full time. So this is how we helped not only Pradanya,
Oh my
but the
God.
employer also.
So it's two in one package.
Yes, yes. There is one package. Yes.
This is absolutely amazing. From what Sogmida is saying, the good thing about it is we're not just helping one party, we're helping your employer, we're getting them the sponsorship license, we're helping you, we're training you, just like what we're saying here. We're interviewing you, we're getting you all prepared. So I wouldn't even say two in one package. I think
And
I would say five in one package.
Love.
Buy one for
Now,
one.
sometimes,
or-
in some cases, some students contact us the international students,
Yeah.
they are working with some employer here.
Yeah.
Their employer is ready to keep them, to retain them for a long time. But the employer is not aware about the sponsor license process.
Yeah.
Then also we just advise the students that you can ask your employer to apply for the license. And that employers are applying for the licenses, they're getting the license and sponsoring the students here in the UK.
Oh my God.
So this is how we are making people aware about the recent development in
Mm.
immigration rules, about
Yeah.
the sponsor licensing system, about the skilled worker visa.
Yeah.
It's helping not only the individuals,
Yeah.
the students or the overseas workers to
Yeah.
come to the UK, but this new system is helping the businesses in the UK to grow. And we are happy to be part of this journey of these
This is
employers and
so great.
individuals.
Guys, every day at Ian's, I keep learning something new because, I mean, look at the people we have here. Like, you want immigration, you get it here, sponsorship license, training. You want to get a job, a skilled workers visa. We have everything here. Guys, this is, I don't know what you're waiting for. 22nd January is a Saturday, 1 p.m. UK time. Sit at the comfort of your home and let us help you. Let us change your life. Do you want to come to the UK? This is the opportunity. You have no excuses. Yes, it is a paid webinar, but you know all the benefits you're going to gain. By the time we, put you through, we're not even leaving you on the road. We're actually pulling you through. So it's like we'll take you the road to the UK and then we actually help you, we help you get better. I'm short of words now because I mean, look at what I'm learning here. 3 days, 1 day to your visa expiring. We are there for you. Attend the webinar, guys. Attend it 22nd of January. This is my New Year gift for you guys. So if you don't attend it, I really don't know what you're waiting for. Okay, guys, I know I have a lot of questions for Sukhvinder and Tanya, but now what I want to do is to give it to you guys because I know I said the best comments is gonna get to come on our lives. So I'm going to be reading your comments right now. Of course, we've got our specialist and we would answer as much as we can. And of course, we'll get the best person to come on. Who is excited? Okay. Lillian, okay, she's saying, hello, I'm a registered nurse. My IELTS academic results are as follows. Reading 6.0, writing 7.0, speaking 8.0, and listening 8.5 with an overall score of 7.5. Do I stand a chance to work in the UK? Okay, Sukhvinder, over to you. Does she stand a chance to work in the UK?
Okay. So she's telling about her IELTS score, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's overall 7.5.
Yeah, the score is quite good. In fact, it is more than the required level for skilled worker visa. But the problem is,
for
the
nurse.
viewer did not specify if this is UKVI IELTS. Majority of the applicants living abroad or in the UK, in fact, they are not aware about the IELTS, the English language test. If you are willing to come to the UK on a skilled worker visa, let me tell you one thing. It's IELTS UKVI specific. It's not the other types of IELTS certificates. You need to pass UKVI IELTS because in this certificate you can see the UKVI number. So there is a separate test. I mean, the pattern it is quite similar. It's
Yeah.
not different pattern, but it will be by some different authority. It will have UKVI number, right?
Yeah.
So they need level B1, CEFR level B1, which is equivalent to IELTS 4.0 overall, and but that must be UKVI. Or
Oh, yeah.
or some of the applicants are not comfortable to take IELTS.
Yeah.
They feel less confident in speaking, so they prefer to take PTE, right?
Okay.
So they can also take PTE, but that must be UKVI PTE, right?
Yeah, okay.
There is another category of candidates who are graduates from overseas,
Yeah.
but if they were taught in English in their college or the university,
Yeah.
then they can get the letter from their college that is called medium of instruction letter. In that letter, the college certify, confirm that the medium of instruction was English, right?
Yeah.
On the basis of that letter and the degree certificate, they can apply for online assessment with ACTIS. It's ECCTIS. Formerly, it was UK NARIC. They can get the English language proficiency assessed from this authority, and on the basis of that assessment certificate, they are not required to pass any IELTS, right? So they can use their certificate with in spot of their skilled worker application. So these are the options available to the applicants.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
I just wanted to add on top of that as well. I think in this case, this question, the applicant is a nurse. So
Okay.
She's a
if
nurse.
she were to
Okay.
Yeah,
take,
the registered
if
nurse.
she were to
Okay.
take the route of
Then the
becoming
different requirement.
a
Yes.
UKRN, then IELTS academic is the right IELTS for you. But then you would need an overall score of 7.0. Apart from the writing section, which you can have a minimum of 6.5. So in this case, she's missing a bit of some of the skill. What they can do is you can take another IELTS and combine the scores together. But you need to make sure and talk to the MMC, because sometimes there's some like a cooling down time or something. You're able to combine the results, but then within a certain amount of time. So just make sure. However, if you would like to take a Carol route, then just like Sukhvinder mentioned, that IELTS UKVI with a minimum of 0.4.0.
Yeah, but if she's satisfying the requirement of the NMC, the Nursing and Midwifery Council, then if she is applying for that, and if she is qualifying CBT, and she's meeting the requirement for that professional body,
Yeah.
then she's not required to meet the English language requirement for the skilled worker visa. Right. See, so if she
She
meets
can
that
use-
requirement for the
she can
professional body,
use her academic IELTS.
she can use, because once she's satisfying the requirement of the professional body,
Yeah.
the NMC, right?
Yeah.
If she qualifies CBT and if she comes as like
Talking, I feel
UKRN,
like you're giving them so much information.
Yeah,
And they need to
we
attend
need to keep it to
20
ourselves a
seconds.
bit.
We need them.
Yeah.
We need them to actually attend our
so
webinar.
we have, I think, answered the question, right?
Yes. So I will give you another question now. Yeah. So Michelle Avila is saying, "Hi, love. How about if she did not finish G.10 but working as a caregiver in Israel, but having a caregiving certificate, can she apply?"
Yes, she can.
Like that. Yes,
Yes, she
can.
can.
Yes, she
Yes, she
can. You
can.
heard from the experts themselves. You know,
Yeah,
that's
because
why.
she's having the care certificates, right?
Yeah.
Caregiver certificate.
Yeah.
Yes, she's qualified, and she might be having some sort of experience also, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm
she
sure
can
they
apply,
have
yeah.
a lot of experience. Mitchell, I hope you're hearing
Join
this.
the webinar on 22nd.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
You heard that from Sukhvinder. Join the webinar. These questions, you have a lot to answer us. We are definitely going to answer all of the questions. Our journey, our dream is to get you to the UK. That's it. That's why we're here. So, guys, bring it on. Bring in your comments. Bring in your guys. We're gonna be calling someone pretty soon. Are you going to be the lucky person? I mean, look at the VIPs we have here, and you're actually going to be on that screen, and we'll call you. How awesome is that, guys? Bring in your comments. This is it. We'll be going off soon. So bring in your comments. We can take about 1 or 2 comments. We'll take our calls, and we'll call it a day. Guys, where are your comments? I don't want you to say I didn't do anything for you this January. You see what I'm doing for you now? I'm bringing VIPs to your doorstep. They left their busy schedules and they're here to answer your comments. So where are they? Oh my God, it's been really amazing having you guys. And guys, your comments. This is the last time. Your comments, guys.
What are the common questions that, let's say, you find them asking the most?
Yeah, I think it's more or less like, I'm a nurse, am I qualified? I'm a carer, am I qualified? And then other people from other, because I've had someone say, oh, I'm an engineer, am I qualified? Because people want to know if we're just for healthcare.
No.
Do you think majority of the people from abroad are aware about all these skilled worker route? I mean, the visa.
No,
and
they are
the
not.
rules.
No, they are not actually.
Well, I
You
think
know?
everyone
Talking about the
everyone is
point-based
very
system.
used to tier 2, because
It
it's
was
been
tier
called
2.
tier 2
In
for
fact,
a very long time.
people are confused between tier 2 and skilled worker.
Unskilled workers.
I was
Some,
as
even
well.
even now, we got calls from the.
They're still talking about tier
clients.
2s.
They say tier 2.
I'm like, you didn't watch our show. You don't know the new terms.
But it's basically the same thing. Yeah, it's just a different name.
It's same thing, but no. Thing
They
is, name
took out the
hasn't changed,
labor
but
testing.
there was resident labor market test. The employers were required to satisfy that they couldn't get the settled worker within the
Here
UK,
in
you
the
know.
UK,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why they are employing someone from overseas.
It used to be very difficult.
Right.
I remember, a couple of
Yeah.
years ago when I was also looking for
That's
sponsorship,
why
and
the
it's just
employers were not interested to
they
apply for sponsor
they
license
feel
and
like it's something that it's
sponsor the overseas
unachievable.
workers. Now it's very flexible. You are not required to meet that requirement of resident labor market test. You
And
must have genuine vacancy though. Yeah, you must have
yeah, because I
genuine
know then,
vacancy.
yeah, when I came into the
But it's the
UK,
choice of the employer,
yeah.
right? And they can certainly employ from anywhere.
And it's so amazing that they can actually employ students now on a 40 hours contract.
Yeah,
Something like
Yeah.
it's
that.
beneficial for the students. In fact, the interest students. A lot of students are coming here, to study bachelor's, masters. They're getting 2 years graduate route, and some of the students are straightway getting skilled worker visa. In fact, it's always good to get skilled worker visa straightway instead of going through that graduate route for
And
two
then you
years.
still come back to skilled workers visa again. You
Exactly,
keep
yeah,
coming look for the
because
job.
that 2 years are not
Does not
counted
add
anywhere.
up. Yeah.
It will not be counted for
Leave to remain.
indefinite leave
Right?
to remain period. Qualifying period.
Oh yeah, so you just stay and that's it. Like
Yeah,
you just stay and
it
then
does-
you don't
Yeah,
doesn't count
yes.
towards
then
your
then also need to
You can
switch
just
to skilled
start
worker
over.
route. Then you need to go through
my
the
Does
God.
it
5
count
years.
towards the 10-year route for studying?
That is for
Okay.
if you stay legally here on any visa for 10
10
years,
but
then
that's
you qualify for the
one
ILR.
decade. 10 long years.
But now the migrants have a lot of options here in the UK. They can. I think skilled worker visa is the best route.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got a question from Fumilayo. Hello, beautiful people.
Oh, thank
Is
you.
IELTS UKV? I know, right? Is IELTS
She's not wrong.
UKV mandatory to be eligible for the nurse assistant pathway to the UK?
No. For nurses,
Nurse assistant.
Nurse assistant
Nurse
pathway.
assistant.
Is that like
Assistant.
carers or?
I think referring to carer only, right?
Nurse
If you are
assistant.
coming as a care worker, not as a nurse, then IELTS UKVI is mandatory. But if you are coming as a UK RN, then it's not mandatory because you are already satisfying the requirement of your professional body. So you can just rely upon the CBT certificate and the NMC certificate that you have satisfied the requirement. But yes, if you are coming as a carer, then you need to take UKVI IELTS or UKVI PTE, or you must be a graduate taught in English language, English medium.
Oh
Yeah.
Okay. Fumilayo, I hope we've been able to answer your questions as well. Guys, where are the comments? We'll be going off soon, but it's been absolutely amazing hanging out here with you guys. And of course, I wasn't alone. I had the most amazing co-hosts ever. Like they were so informative. I've learned so much today, and I'm so happy they took the time from their busy schedules to come join us here. Thank you for all
Thank
of
you
the
for
information.
having
Thank you
us.
so much.
Okay, guys, this is the much we can take on the Daily Show today. It's been absolutely amazing. Of course, it's still your girl, Love, and back. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.